What's up guys, it's Megan and today I am doing the It's Good to Be Bad pin tag. I was tagged by my friend Tony at FindingDisney, and I know that this tag was going around like Halloween-ish, but we all know that it's never too late to have Disney villains in your life, which is my favorite thing about Disney. If you guys like Disney or Disney pins, please consider subscribing to my channel and let's just hop into the video. As of right now, I have done several Disney pin tags, one of my favorite things to do. So you may see some repeats because they're my go-to pins. Sometimes I try and share other ones, but let's be honest, I have my favorites and all of us have our favorite pins, so you're gonna see some duplicates. But the first one is Pete, and this is supposed to be my first Disney pin, which is appropriate because Pete is the first Disney villain. And the only one that I can think of is, I don't have it out of the wrapping, but this is a pin from 2002. It is Mickey and Minnie from Valentine's Day. When I was a kid, my mom started us pin trading, not necessarily even pin trading, but just pin collecting. So I have a lot of pins from Universal and from Disney from 2001 and 2002, so those are really special to me, and that is probably my first Disney pin that I ever got. The next villain is Jafar, and it's the park that I would like to be Sultan of, and we all know that Magic Kingdom is my favorite park, and you guys have seen this pin before, but I have to show it again. It is my Haunted Mansion jumbo pin. If I could be the Sultan of any park, it would for sure be Magic Kingdom, and if I could be more specific, it would be of the Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is my favorite attraction in all of Walt Disney World. Out of all the Disney rides, out of everything, it is my favorite, and I just love Magic Kingdom. I talk about it all the time. It is for sure my favorite park. So if I could be the Sultan of any park, it would be Magic Kingdom, and then I could stay in the castle and I could eat pretzels and Dole Whip all the time, and I wouldn't have to pay for it because I would be Sultan, and that would be a dream come true. Let's be honest. The next pin is supposed to be for Cruella, and this is my favorite Disney animal. And I'm such a dog person. I love dogs. I tend to gravitate towards the Disney dogs, so it's not really a surprise that one of mine is a Disney dog. It was hard for me to choose between this character and Doug from Up because I love them both so much, but I had to choose Zero from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a new pin from their 25th anniversary. It is an Ellie of 300, I believe. Yep, an Ellie of 300 is from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood. You can see how big it is compared to my hand. I'm very excited that I have this now, and Zero is definitely my favorite Disney animal. The next pin is supposed to be for Gaston, which means it's my most handsome pin. I have a lot of pins I like to think are very beautiful or handsome, and it was hard for me to choose one, but I had to go with this one, which is another jumbo pin. I love this pin so much. It is my Nightmare Before Christmas jumbo pin. This is also from the 25th anniversary of The Nightmare Before Christmas. You can clearly see how big this pin is because like it's right next to my face, and next to my hand it's covering my entire hand. But it has all my favorite characters on here, and I just think it's a really well designed pin. It's got pin on pin, it's got so much detail, and I just love this pin so much, so I had to pick it for my most handsome pin. The next pin is for Hook, which means a phobia or a fear, because we all know this isn't TikTok here, but that is from the Haunted Mansion that I painted. But we all know that Captain Hook is so afraid of TikTok, and it gives him so much anxiety. He's just so afraid. And so it's supposed to be a pin to represent one of your fears. And I have to say that this was really hard for me to pick, but I have to go with an Elsa pin. This banner pin is, you know, all the princesses have them. I have the complete collection of them, but I have to say that Elsa represents something like isolation and being alone and being unaccepted, and sort of like people are just afraid of her, and I don't want to be that way. I want to be empathic. I want to be caring and loving. Not that Elsa isn't, but people are afraid of her, and I don't want people to be afraid of me or isolate me or make me feel unwanted or not accepted. And so that's one of my fears, is just being alone and isolated, and I couldn't think of anything else besides Elsa, so that's my fear pin for Captain Hook. The next villain is Prince John, and we all know that he's a mama's boy. I am definitely a mama's girl. I go to Disney with my mom all the time. It is my favorite thing to do. So you guys have also seen this pin. I did it in a Smile and a Song pin tag, I think it was. So I had to show this Mother's Day pin. It is from Hercules. It is from 2018. I got to celebrate Mother's Day with my mom in Disney World this past year, so it was very special for me to celebrate my mom. She deserves the world, so I really wanted to get this pin to commemorate that trip and how much I love my mom, and so this is definitely my family pin. The next pin is for Oogie Boogie, which is my favorite mystery pin. This was hard for me to choose because I have so many mystery pins. I narrowed it down to 2 though, so I'm gonna have to show 2. The first one is this Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party Skull mystery pin. It has the 3 hitchhiking ghosts from the Haunted Mansion, so obviously I love that one. The next pin that I chose is a limited edition chaser pin that I got from the American Adventure pin set, and I got really lucky. It is a Florida pin chaser, and this is an LE of 200. It's one of my lowest edition sizes that I own, and this was pretty darn exciting when I got that one. Also, thank you to Yvette from Happily Ever Evie. She sent me this pin box, and so I pulled this from that one. The next villain is Ursula, and this is to borrow or steal a talent. As we all know, Ursula steals Ariel's voice, and that's a no-no, so we don't do stealing here. But if I could borrow someone's talent or gift, I have to say I would pick Baymax. Baymax always makes everyone feel so good. He makes everyone laugh. He is your personal healthcare companion, and I would love to be able to provide that support and love and attention to everyone, and so I really admire Baymax for that. This was also a gift from my friend Twinklebell Taryn, and please go check out her channel. Taryn is amazing, and I'm just so grateful that she sent me this pin. This is a limited edition of 1500 from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and yeah, I would definitely be Baymax. I would want to be a fluffy marshmallow personal healthcare companion that takes care of everyone, and I'm very jealous of Baymax. The next one is Chernabog, and this is our favorite fantasy pin. This is really easy for me because I only own 1 or 2 fantasy pins, and it has to go back to my boy Zero. We've got a fantasy pin here of Zero. He's a little baby. He's the cutest thing ever. And like I said, I really love Zero, so that was really easy for me to pick. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you can't tell, there's Jack, there's Zero, making spirits bright, more Zero, so had to go with Zero. Finally, the last villain is for Maleficent, and this is going to be my favorite villain. This is very, very hard for me because I love all the villains so much. I had a really hard time picking which one I wanted to include in this pin tag. I did a villains like bracket challenge of like all the villains, and I'll link that up here in the video if you guys want to catch it, but it was so hard. I got down to the final 4 and I'm like, I literally can't choose, and so I had like people in the chat choose, and it ended up being the Evil Queen, and so I have to pick this one that like I say, the Evil Queen reminds me of my mom, and my mom used to dress up like the Evil Queen from Snow White for Halloween, and so it was like every year that my mom was the Evil Queen, and so it just got embedded into my head that like she was then associated with Snow White and the Evil Queen, and it's one of her favorite movies, so like she likes to joke about it, I like to joke about it. She loves the Evil Queen too, so it's not like it's an insult, but I have my PGD Evil Queen pin here. It is a limited edition of 400. I don't have the backing on it right now, so you don't get to see all those cool like ice cream sundaes and whatever they have on the back of the PGD pin card, the backings. But this has been so much fun for me to search through all my pins and try and decide which ones I want to include for which villains. And of course, because it's villains, I love it so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was so fun to do. I hope you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas. It really means the world to me, your support, and everyone who's been subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and watching. Thank you so much. Welcome to our family. And if you guys like these pins, like, I want to tag all of you. I know that a lot of people have already done this, so if you haven't done it, please do it, and I would love to see it. Please let me know. I would watch the video in a heartbeat, and I hope you guys have a really magical day. Happy holidays, guys. I know we're getting down in the home stretch for Christmas, so see you real soon, guys. Bye.